Well, that's as good as it's going to get because I am not messing with this anymore. This is my second time trying this. So all right. Steelers with the 23-16 win over the Bills in Buffalo. I am in shock. I am absolutely in shock. I still cannot believe this. I thought that they were going to lose. I thought my prediction for the game was Bills 28-18. So going into Buffalo, a Super Bowl contender in front of a full house, which I thought was going to be a huge advantage for the Bills. Well, I guess it wasn't. So congrats, the Steelers. I like I said, I am in shock. I'm in shock that they won this game, but it's awesome. If you would like to comment, please like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Everybody, the same crap that every person going live says. But if you want to make any comments, make them on YouTube or on Twitter Live, whatever the heck they're calling it. And I'll try to answer. This is my first time doing this, and I'm doing it by myself. I'm trying to be like one of the cool kids and do live streams and all that good stuff. So this is my first attempt at it. So sorry if it's not great. But anyway, I'm just going to recap the game, talk about what I saw, things like that. So Steelers 23-16. Steelers start out with a kickoff. They start the game with a kickoff and they give up a 75-yard kickoff return. Not a great start. I'm not sure what the heck happened there. That was a horrible special teams. But then again, the special teams kind of redeemed themselves now, didn't they? So they basically the defense holds. Great job recovering from a horrible field position, and Bills kick a field goal, so it's 3-0 Bills. Steelers, we're going to hear this a lot, especially in the first half. They did nothing. Their stats in the first half were 55 yards total. They were 1 of 6 on third downs. They were absolutely horrible. Any horrible thing you could say about the Steelers offense, they deserved it. The offensive line looked absolutely horrible. Nothing was working. Ben wasn't, some of his throws weren't great. Everything that could go wrong, they couldn't run, they couldn't pass, they couldn't do anything. It was horrible. The first half was absolutely horrible. But what happened? They made adjustments. Obviously, they made some kind of adjustments because they looked much better in the second half. So their first drive, Steelers started at 25. There was actually a pass to Deontay for a first down. Is there any doubt that Deontay Johnson is the number one receiver on the team, or at least the one that gets the most targets? He got, it's like Ben was looking at him every single play. So, but Ben made a bad throw to Deontay, and that drive stalled. So Bills start on their 12. There was a play where Josh Allen almost got sacked. He got away and ran, but it got negated by a holding penalty. There were a lot of holding penalties against the Bills in this game, and that's great. Except I think that's not going to happen all the time. I think it's wishful thinking that the Steelers will always get those kinds of holding calls. I think what's the biggest thing that we complain about is the defensive line, especially TJ Watt getting held. I think it's wonderful that they actually called it. They could have called it a lot more, but I don't think it's going to continue. I think this is going to be one of those things where the league looks at things And not that they have a bias against the Steelers. I'm not one of those people. Actually, I am. I think that the refs are kind of biased against them, but that's a whole other thing. That's just me being a Homer fan. But I don't think it's going to continue. I'm not sure exactly how many holding penalties there were, but it's not going to be like that forever. So, but it did happen this time. It did happen in this game. So there was the pass to Emmanuel Sanders. Sanders is a real good pickup for the Bills. I hate him because it didn't end well with the Steelers and he kind of badmouths them, so he could go to hell. But he is a good wide receiver, and I think he's going to help the Bills a lot. There was Allen made a deep pass to someone and overthrew it. Whoever that was beat Trey Norwood, who got the start in this game, which was really surprising. They were talking about all the rookies that were starting, where Norwood got the start. So that's interesting. But the Bills were forced to punt. Then basically the Steelers' next drive, they started on their 20, another pass to Deontay. On third down, Ben fumbled, but they recovered. But Chase Claypool got a unsportsmanlike conduct for pulling someone off the pile, which I didn't know that was such a horrible, egregious, horrible thing you could do. But hey, whatever. So Steelers are forced to punt. Bills get it on their 40. They're forced to punt. They try a flea flicker and it gets broken up by Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton had a great game. If there were any concerns about how the secondary was going to be with Steven Nelson out, and what happened to with Steven Nelson out and Cam Sutton in and James Pierre, they look great. So, wow, it's really weird. I'm going to try to connect again. Telling you what, technology sucks sometimes. It's awesome, but it also sucks. All right, so what are we going to do here now? Let's try this. All right, so we'll try it again. All right. Oh, maybe I should do. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, so Steelers from their 12, they made a pass to Juju for a first down. Deontay, it seemed like he got hurt, but I mean he came back later in the game, so I guess he was okay. James Washington came in and immediately bent through to him, and he almost got a first down. That's why you don't trade James Washington. That's why it should have never. People, not that I don't think they ever wanted to, or that was actually a serious consideration. So that's why you have a James Washington in case somebody gets hurt. So anyway, that is the end of the first quarter. Bills were up 3-0. Tried to run a Najee. It did not work. The running game just did not work at all in the first half. There was a throw, and anytime there was an attempt at a deep pass, that didn't work either. I mean, the Bills are good. The Bills they're not a Super Bowl contender for nothing. So, their defense is really good. So it's not surprising that they were blanketing the Steelers receivers. But it was in the first half, it looked like the same old crap as last year. What was the knock on the Steelers offense last year? Never tried to run, always try that short pass crap, and never tried anything else. And it looked like the same thing. It's like, oh boy, here we go again. New offense coordinator, new players, same crap. But as we see, things were different. So the Bills started on their 22. Josh Allen had a run and he fumbled, but the Bills recovered. Josh Allen, you need to stop running so much. He basically is like a running back for them. Not good at all. Can't do that. You can't. How much are they paying that guy? They're paying him what, $100 million, whatever the heck they're paying him. There's your franchise quarterback. You can't be running around like that. Look at Cam Newton. Look at we'll see. Look at Lamar Jackson. I think he's going to get, eventually he's going to be hurt the way he runs. But then again, he's kind of an anomaly. But my goodness, you can't do that. You can't run like a running back. The Bills need to work on their running game. Their running game is basically non-existent. You as we saw with the Steelers, you can't pass. You can't just pass all the time. You have to have some balance. So we'll see. But anyway, the drive stops at the Steelers 44. The Steelers get pinned back deep in their territory at their 7. Basically another 3 and out. At this point, we're saying that the offense needs to have some sustained drives. The defense is doing their job. The defense is stopping them, but they need a breather. They need a long drive by the offense to catch up, and that just wasn't happening in the first half. So the Bills are on their 42. And on third down, Allen goes back, and he gets fumbled, caused by TJ Watt. So TJ Watt already, I heard someone say that TJ Watt was basically his contract was already undervalued. He's already, this is why you pay him. He's one of the best defensive players in the league. So awesome. Fumble caused by TJ Watt. Now the Steelers are on their 45, but they could not take advantage of it. I mean, it was just bad. Ben almost got sacked. It was just the offense just did nothing in the first half. Then the Bills start on their 9, and they basically drive 91 yards, a touchdown to Gabriel Davis. I've never heard of the guy, but he looks like another good addition for them. And touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. And now it's 10-0. And then then we go into halftime. At this point, it's the end of the world. It's 10-0 might as well have been 100-0 because it looked like the Steelers were just not going to do anything on offense. So crap. First half, 1 of 6 on third downs and 55 total yards. That is absolutely pathetic. So second half, Steelers get the ball first. Najee has a nice run. Ben throws a horrible interception, but it got called back on defensive holding. There's a nice third down pass to Eric Ebron. There's a nice pass to Chase Claypool. They are deep in Bills territory, but they have to settle for a field goal. So now it's Bills 10-3. Bills from their 25, they drive a little bit. They can't run the ball well. They drive all the way down to the Steelers 38, and they go for it on 4th and 8, which, okay, kind of makes sense. Yeah, okay. 4th and 8 from the 38, but it's incomplete. You can't. I guess you could try a 55-yard field goal. It's really not. I guess you could try a punt and draw and pin them late, but it's like, okay, understandable. So the Steelers from their 40, there's a pass to Chase Claypool. Najee picks up a first down on 3rd and short. A big pass to Pat Fryer. Move. 24 yards to the Bills 29. There is a reverse to Chase Claypool, which was beautiful. That picked up another like 25 yards. So they're on the Bills 5. They pass to Najee. He gets down to the 2. It's 4th and goal. I kind of thought they should have gone for it, but hey, That's why I'm not the coach. They kick a field goal, and now it's Bills 10-6. Bills are from their 25. They pass to Beasley. Josh Allen makes a run for 15 yards. It is the end of the third quarter. They on third down, they run but are short. Is this recording? And on 4th and 1, they tried this weird trick play, which could not, just looked horrible. They tried to run it, and they tried to do was some kind of flea flicker thing, but the Steelers defense just snuffed it out. It was a beautiful thing. And hey, what do we say about the Steelers? Hey, if you can't get 1 yard, then you don't deserve to win the game. Well, they couldn't get 1 yard. So it's nice to see somebody else have those kind of problems. Yeah, the Bills running game is a problem. They need to do something about that. So fourth down, it does not work. The Steelers are on the 50. There is a deep pass to Chase Claypool, which gets defensive pass interference. Najee pulls off a 15-yard run all the way down to the Bills' 5. Ben throws a Deontay for a touchdown. Beautiful. Now the Steelers are winning 13-10. What? They're winning? They're losing 10-0, and they're winning 13-10. Incredible. At this point, I was in shock. At this point, I was like, I can't believe we're even keeping it close. But it's like, okay, whatever. It's still going to be a close game. I still expect the Bills to win. So, okay. Next drive, Bills have the ball. They go a 3 and out. Josh Allen got sacked. Steelers defense was the front seven was just hounding Josh Allen all day. It was beautiful. Blocked punt, play of the game. This is play of the game. Blocked punt results in a touchdown, and now it is 20-10, and it was unbelievable. The block punt was like, I don't know what happened, but the Steelers defense basically walked in. I think it was Ulysses Gilbert III just walked in, and he was right there, and he didn't even like swat it. He just was just there. It's like, hi, thank you, I'll take that ball, and they score. It was amazing. Yeah, I'm absolutely unbelievable. Now the Steelers are up 20-10. Unbelievable. All right, so Bills move it quickly down the field, and they have a 1st and goal at the 9, but they cannot put it in. They get down to the 5, and then that's about it. So they kick a field goal. It is 20-13. Steelers get the ball back. Ben throws a deep, and there's a defensive holding penalty. Big pass to Juju to the 43, and there was a false start penalty. I'm surprised there weren't more false start penalties, because the offensive line, we knew it wasn't going to be good, but dang, it did not. They didn't protect Ben. They didn't. They couldn't run block. They didn't do dilly squat, which is kind of what we expected, but that's also really scary. But we'll see. I mean, hey, they figured it out for this game. On 3rd and 7, Ben passes to Chase Claypool, and that's basically the play of the game, because it's late in the 4th quarter, and they were able to keep the drive going and not put the ball in the Bills' hands. So, play of the game. Besides the blocked punt and TJ's fumble, Uh, this was the play of the game because they kept the drive going. They drive deep enough so that Chris Boswell kicks a field goal. Now it's 23-13. Uh, so now late in the fourth quarter, you're up by uh 2 scores. Huge. Bills started their 25. They drive down the field. They kick a 42-yard field goal, and it is 23-16. They try the onside kick, doesn't work. Steelers recover, and that's the game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's look at some stats. Ben was 18 of 32 for 188 yards and a touchdown. Josh Allen was 30 of 51 for 270 yards and a touchdown. Najee had 45 rushing yards on 15 carries. Bills did not do it. I mean, Singletary had 11 carries on 72 yards, but a lot of that was late. Here's something huge. They kept Stephon Diggs to 9 receptions for 69 yards. Last season, when the Bills played the Steelers in Buffalo, if you remember, that was a game where Ben threw a pick 6 in the first half, but yet in the first half, the Steelers still kept it close. It was a close game. Then in the second half, Bills made adjustments, and basically whatever they did, they let Stephon Diggs loose, and he just ran wild on the Steelers. He was like wide open all the time. They were connecting him, and the Bills basically blew them out. Well, in that game there was no Joe Hayden. Well, Joe Hayden makes a big difference because he was in this game, and look what happened. They basically keeping Stephon Diggs to 9 receptions for 69 yards. That's nice. See what I did there. Juju had 4 receptions for 52 yards. Nobody had a great, game statistics wise. The big play was the blocked punt. So now the Steelers have their home opener against the Raiders. I think I'm going to be there. Yay. And, just amazing. Just an amazing game that they were able to win. I think not too many people gave them a chance to win this game. Like I said, I thought the Bills were going to win by 10. So great game. Let's see what happens from here. A lot of things to work on. Offensive line still a concern. We knew it was going to be. The defense looked awesome. Melvin Ingram, what a godsend. What a great pickup. I think what he does is keeps TJ and Alex Highsmith fresh, and great. Great. That's if that's all he does, somebody had to be a backup and to just be, not have that much of a drop off between your starters and your backups. That's huge. You could rotate those guys in and out. That is absolutely huge. The defensive line looked great. They pressured Josh Allen all day. They stopped the run. Defense was amazing. Cam Sutton was great. You didn't hear from Pierre at all, which is great. I just can't say enough good things about the defense. They were absolutely amazing. Bills are one of the best offenses in the league, and they basically shut them down. So huge. Offense has a lot of work to do. Najee looked good. Najee tried. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault that the offensive line gave him absolutely nothing. He still was able to make things happen, which is amazing. So, that's one of the differences between last year and this year is now that the Steelers have a a good running back, hopefully a good running back. I think Najee is a real deal. So, all right, let's see what happens. Um, the wide receivers, they all did fine. It wasn't their fault that they were not open. It's just the Bills defense was really good, but wow, that offensive line, they need to fix that. I don't know what if it's a specific person, if it's just if we're just gonna have to live with this. I don't know. I mean, they always say that the biggest adjustment is between game 1 and game 2, because now that you've seen things, you can make adjustments and things like that. You learn how things are. We'll see. I don't know who on the line looked good, who looked bad. I heard all kinds of things about. I heard Trey Turner looked bad, Green looked bad, Chooks looked bad. Not too much good you could say about the offensive line. It just it's definitely something they need to work on. So we'll see. All right, that is it. Steelers went 23-16. Thanks for putting up with me and my little monologue thing. This is the first time I try this. Usually I have somebody else on to have discussions with and go back and forth. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do it by myself. It is the hardest part of doing a podcast is getting the guests, asking them to come on, finding out when they can, working it out. It's like, you know what? I'll just do it myself. It's getting tiring going through all that rigmarole. So anyway, thanks for listening. Please like this was on available on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. I'm doing more things on video, so I hope to do this more often. And yeah, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.